born. Show them how we do this, man. Btbtv. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. Btb. TV. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Rah. Yo. John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching like yo, I gotta post. I wake up every day mission, it's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like hollow toast. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have. Got that and then some, and then some. My wins on overload, say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope. The okie doke, we don't go for that. All she wrote, another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost trying to haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folks who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to their life movie, curtain closed. Nowadays your foes will plot you wearing Malcolm X hats, 666, the devil on his shoulder won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's up off the block, trying to run and get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he tough to play with. He don't go to playgrounds, that's his fiends who want their veins stick. We can't miss, we can hit the talk and put our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost trying to haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folk who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting till they like movie, curtain closed. Yeah. Btbtv.
The movement.
It's the movement, man. You're born. You're born, let's get 'em. Let's get 'em. Cash, we up in here, man.
First of all, I want to say peace to the 5% nation of gods and earth. Salam alaikum, hamdulillah, rahman to Allah, to the Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Today we're gonna dive in on this West Coast shit, you know what I mean? Since the West Coast, we always talk about East Coast politics. Let's talk about this West Coast politics. Wack 100 and Reggie the Rat Wright. Listen to how they dog Snoop Dogg amongst other people. Let's go. Peace, bro. Peace. I want y'all to hear this, man. That's why I said, everybody talking about niggas. How you gonna be gangster? You a whole ass nigga. You a rat. You a rat. You was an ex-police officer. You can't be gangster.
Paint it, love it. Find it, try it, paint it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
The boys been Death Row's an NFT company. Shit, now what they gonna do? Exactly. I told you, like, he don't know what to do. You know, Doggy Style Records been there 20 years, so you know. Yeah, people forget how bad people forget Trey, Deee and Doggy Angels. Well, I don't want to do this because I know Wack got a cool, decent relationship with him. I mean, talk your shit, bro. That's you. Do your thing. Yeah. You know, y'all gotta remember, they done shot up that nigga house, shot at that nigga. They were talking bad about him. This ain't Snoop's first rodeo with trying to run a label. Everybody thinks this is his first time. He been having Doghouse Records with TVT for a long time. None of those people, that didn't do well, and it didn't end happy for him. Snoop is a artist. Who wants to go and listen to a 50-year-old, 55-year-old rapper raps? I can't do it.
I want to go listen to him perform his old stuff. But I don't want to hear what a 55-year-old man talking about on no music. That man got to give way to the youngsters. Then he go and sign. Then he go and one of his biggest signings is Snoopy Badass. Oh, okay. We know what Snoopy Badass did and what he is.
What the fuck you doing?
All right, but you know, y'all go research what Snoopy. He denounced the P card. He denounced everything. That nigga done been in about 6 or 7 different gangs. He was a crip at one time. Man, don't get me started on niggas. That's why niggas.
He was a
flip-flopper? He's a flip-flopper, dog. Y'all go research him.
Wow.
That nigga don't claim red and blue.
Damn.
That's one that nigga Snoopy Badass.
Huh?
Badass, hopping ass nigga.
Somebody else agreeing with me? Yeah.
They're definitely agreeing with you.
Yeah. But I'll let y'all do your own research. I ain't gonna put that out. I'll let y'all research, but I'm just trying to say.
Salute, bro. Salute.
Like that, those can't be your first people. Those can't be your first people out the gate.
Hey, Reg.
Hey.
How you feel about Snoop signing the one dude, the one rat?
You talking about Snoopy Badass?
That's what we're talking about. I know. How you feel about it?
Well, I mean, I ain't trying to shoot on nobody. I just think, give away, but that ain't who he promoting. He promoting him and Dre album and all of that. Do you really want to listen to a 50? Y'all listen to that song. Look how he did Pac on that video. Y'all go look at the video that he got out on Pac, jumping over that tennis,
Parts of y'all. Parso. Wait for I'm tracking my boys up here.
like he's a little like a girl. No disrespect to women, but look how he jump over that net and stuff like that.
I'm talking about how all the other people in Wack and everybody told him that the guy was a rat, and he still decided to fuck with him. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I didn't. I don't know. I just said what I said. I don't know what you said. I said he was a little to be called a person that jump from neighborhood to neighborhood or different set, a red and then a blue. That's one of the worst dishes you can say about somebody.
Wow, I agree.
And all of that, I just love it. I love that nigga demeanor when I watch the show, because I don't be there. I got my partner John Hyland that asked the questions, and man, once I saw it, and I was like, damn, Wack, that nigga, he was like, man, that nigga was the most professional person we had yet.
Balance is everything. Balance is everything.
Yeah.
Hey, I got Reggie kept getting mad at me, right? Reggie kept getting mad. I had to cancel like twice.
Yeah.
Remember that last time R&B when I had to go to that football shit in Vegas and all that? So I had to cancel twice and I forgot. And I said, Reg, just let it happen. Right? I said it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. And sure enough, if we would have did it back then, it was something that had just popped up that we wouldn't have been able to talk about. Right? So it happened at the right time. So I said,
the big U stuff.
Yeah. Once I get in there, I'm gonna get in there. So
yeah, it was a pretty dope interview too. It was dope.
I thought it did. I was very impressed. That's the type of stuff his corporate people need to see. That's the real Wack.
Peace to my brother.
Yeah.
Peace, God. Peace.
Yeah, I want you to hear this real quick, Cross.
So it was
Let me know what you think.
All right, bet.
Exactly.
Now this is a rap Reggie Wright Jr.
The boys from Death Row's an NFT company. Shit, now what they gonna
Talking
do?
about Snoop Dogg.
Exactly.
Okay.
I told you, like, he don't know what to do. You know, Doggy Style Records been there 20 years, so you know.
Yeah, people forget how bad people forget Trey, Deee, and Doggy Angels. Well, I don't want to do this because I know Wack got a cool, decent relationship with him.
I mean, talking shit, bro. That's you. Do you think?
Yeah. You know, y'all gotta remember, they done shot up that nigga house, shot at that nigga. They were talking bad about him. This ain't Snoop's first rodeo with trying to run a label. Everybody thinks this is his first time. He been having Doghouse Records with Btbtv for a long time. None of those people, that didn't do well, and it didn't end happy for him. Snoop is a artist. Who wants to go and listen to a 50-year-old, 55-year-old rapper raps? I can't do it. I want to go listen to him perform his old stuff, but I don't want to hear what a 55-year-old man talking about on no music. That man got to give way to the youngsters. Then he go and sign. Then he go and one of his biggest signings is Snoopy Badass. Oh, okay. We know what Snoopy Badass did and what he is.
Peace, Mecca. Peace.
All right, but you know. Yeah, I'll go research what Snoopy did. He denounced the P card. He denounced everything. That nigga done been in about 6 or 7 different gangs. He was a crip at one time. I mean, don't get me started on niggas. That's why niggas
a flip-flopper?
He's a flip-flopper, dog. Y'all go research him.
Wow.
That nigga done play red and blue.
Yo, I want to know, Chris. Cross.
Yeah.
How can a cop ass nigga? How can an ex-retired cop call a crip, a gangbanger, a flip flopper? Were you an ex-cop and a fucking rat?
Well, that's the whole problem. He been a rat since day one, though. We know that.
Yeah. I can't hear you. Speak your shit, bro.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I hear you now. Go ahead, speak your shit, bro.
No, I was gonna say, shit. You got to remember, man. He already flip-flop. I think here's the thing, man. We keep saying. I think we keep saying he the police, right? That nigga ain't the police. He's the feds. We ain't never, niggas ain't concede for him to say the shit like with 21 or what he know and what 21 is, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about Reggie Wright. That was Reggie Wright Jr. talking.
Oh, Reggie Wright Jr. First of all, I'm gonna automatically say when it comes to Reggie Wright Jr., you know, you got to take it exactly for what it is because he is the police. He the police, dog. Like he gonna always. One thing about it is when it comes to that police shit, because you got to remember his dad was a chief, so he gonna be honest, man. I'm not gonna sit here and say,
no, the nigga got caught of lies, bro.
Yeah, but you got to remember now, a lot of those lies was involving him going to jail, right? But now
I ain't talking about those lies. I'm talking about the lies they told to other people that came out to be non-truths, like the shit he said about Tupac. When Suge Knight told the nigga to put security on him, he took the security off of Tupac. And he lied to say he never took it off. But Suge Knight was like, no, he took it off. He took it off him. He never put the security on Tupac. That's why we had no security.
So you don't think
I don't think none of that shit he's saying is the truth. I think this nigga's a bald-faced liar. He lied on my brother Gene Dill. Once you lie on Gene,
he did lie. But a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them, they was on some sneaky shit anyway. You know what I mean? Like, see, that's why I'm saying when he was remember now when he was doing all that.
Bro, listen, cops are the biggest lie. They bigger lie than street niggas. Cause they're lying.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So then, if we say that, then we also got to say that. And I'm just saying, we got to say that Wack is a motherfucking liar. Like, but we know he a liar. But then, is it some truth to what he's saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, he the police. We know he the police. And him and Reggie Wright are best friends.
You break it up. You break it up, bro.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? My bad.
Why you need a computer, bro? Why you need a computer?
Oh, man, because I was ready to go to the store to get some cigars.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you.
Yeah. I was going to get some cigars. I done ran out of cigars. That's why I was trying to look for my wallet and talk. But no, what I'm saying is at the end of the day, you got to remember, bro, just like Reggie Wright and Wack, they friends. They best friends, my nigga. Like, so which one of them is lying? Which one of them telling the truth? Or is both of them lying?
Both of them lying because you got to think about this too. Reggie Wright, how you gonna be Wack's friend when you say that? Now you saying Suge Knight's your best friend. You talk to him all the time now. You say this on his interviews, but you still buddy with Wack 100. He keep disrespecting a person that fed you.
Yeah, but at the same time, even so, do you believe the fact that Wack said that he paid for Suge's mama's funeral stuff?
He could, I believe that. I believe he could have paid for it, but Suge didn't ask him to pay. I don't believe Suge asked him to pay for it because Sharitha Wright, Sharitha Knight, Suge's ex-wife, she still got millions from Suge money. So you
think she still got some bread?
Yeah, she still got bread, bro. She was co-owner of Death Row. She took her shit out.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah. Break it up, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? I said somebody's lying, bro. Somebody's lying. You feel me? Like, I don't know, but I just think, like, even with the Trey thing and with the Snoop Dogg, like, is Snoop really the owner of Death Row? Do he really own it, or does he own just the entity of the Death Row name right now? Right? Like, do he own it? Like,
he the owner of Death Row. He got all his rights back to all his music from Death Row. He got Dr. Dre rights back from Death Row music. He owned Death Row.
Okay. My bad. Okay, so if he owned Death Row, and so why he ain't drop no music?
He's dropping. He's working on artists right now. Him and Dr. Dre about to drop an album.
Okay, I didn't know that. All right, I didn't know that.
And Snoopy Bad about to drop an album too.
So my thing is, how the fuck is all that going to work? Knowing the fact that Wack is connected. What is he? What is Wack? No, Wack is Cash Money West, right? Yeah. So he's not got nothing to do with Death Row.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Now listen to this. Listen to this, yo. Listen to this real
quick. Go ahead.
Snoopy badass.
Huh?
Badass, that hopping ass nigga.
Somebody else agreeing with me? Yeah.
They're definitely agreeing with you.
Yeah. But I let y'all do your own research. I ain't gonna put that out. I let y'all research, but I'm just trying to say, when you listen to people like that, those can't be your first people. Those can't be your first people out the gate.
Hey, Reg.
Hey.
How you feel about Snoop signing the one dude, the one rat?
You talking about Snoopy Badass?
That's what you're talking about. I know. How you feel about it?
Well, I mean, I ain't trying to shoot on nobody. I just think, give away, but that ain't who he promoting. He promoting him and Dre album and all of that. Do you really want to listen to a 50? Y'all listen to that song. Look how he did Pac on that video. Y'all go look at the video that he got out on Pac, jumping over that tennis, that tennis net like he's a little, like a girl. No disrespect to women, but look how he jump over that net and stuff like that.
I'm talking about how all the other people in Wack and everybody told him that the guy was a rat, and he still decided to fuck with him. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I didn't. Actually, I don't know. I just said what I said. I don't know what you said. I said he was a hood. To be called a person that jumped from neighborhood to neighborhood or different set, a red and then a blue. That's one of the worst dishes you can say about somebody.
Wow, I agree.
Wack is cool with a lot of rats.
I just love it.
Yeah, a whole lot of rats.
I love that nigga demeanor when I watch the show, because I don't be there. I got my partner John Highland that asked the questions, and once I saw it, and I was like, damn, Wack, that nigga, he was like, man, that nigga was the most professional person we had yet.
Balance is everything. Balance is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
see, my thing with you, boy.
I had to cancel like twice.
Yeah.
Remember that?
What's up?
No, my thing with you, Born, have you ever seen, like we was talking earlier and you was talking about when we was on the show, when you was talking about, Bodyguard, did you ever notice any niggas that was around during that time, like a Wack 100, like a police style type nigga?
Yeah, I know a lot of artists that have police bodyguards, you know what I'm saying? Most of them hire police bodyguards.
But I'm saying like portray like gang members, you know what I'm saying? Like play like he's somebody, but really a totally different nigga. That's what I'm saying. Like, been in a party where you like, oh, this nigga's a street nigga, but really he like an undercover police style nigga.
Yeah, I see niggas like that, bro. You see niggas like that. There's a lot of niggas like Wack that was in the industry, man.
Right, that's what I'm asking. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. A lot of niggas don't know that.
Yeah, it's a lot of dudes in the industry like that. A lot of dudes that you think straight street. Even like the guy that allegedly shot Biggie, Amir Muhammad. He was a blood and a cop at the same time. I don't know how you can do that.
Right, that's crazy. And yeah, he was documented as one too, right?
Yeah. Most of the cops that work for Death Row, they was all allegedly Bloods too.
But didn't they get a lot of that that came from up under people like Wack, well, not necessarily Wack 100, but like a Reggie Wright, because Reggie Wright grew up in a blood neighborhood.
I know, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So think about it. So this go back to what we were saying. So Reggie Wright, he grew up in a blood neighborhood. He grew up with Suge and all them. That's why I'm saying, like, man, some of these niggas, I don't know why they lying, but this shit just crazy to me why niggas would just lie like that.
Yeah, and like I said, and we heard Reggie Wright apologize about lying on a couple of shows already. You know what I'm saying? Because he told some shit that wasn't right in Zach. And I don't understand, how can you call another man a rat when you're a rat?
Yeah, you're a professional one.
You're a professional rat. You told everybody Ohio, Reggie, right? All the niggas that's buying that weed from Ohio, you told on them.
Oh yeah, that was right before he went in, huh? Because he didn't really do. Because he did what? All he did was what, like 8 months for all that.
Yeah, something like that. He's like a year. Yeah. He told them that he was a informer. He informed on them niggas.
That shit crazy.
And he also got some Mexicans locked up in I believe in Cali somewhere.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit crazy to even buy weight from a motherfucking police anyway.
But them Ohio niggas didn't know he was a police officer, ex-police officer.
Right.
They probably didn't know that shit. They probably just knew he was down with Death Row.
So would you think that would also include somebody like a Suge being the motherfucking police then? If that's the case, Suge can't be the police, because Suge at the end of the day, he the one doing all the time. But that was the time because of murder though, because him running over the people.
Remember, you also remember when Suge stomped that old boy Orlando Anderson, they sent his ass back to jail for 8 years or 9 years.
Right.
So Suge, now he wasn't no police. Suge, they kept locking Suge up, bro. Suge stayed in and out of jail, man.
And damn
He been
sure, boy.
sketches.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell. But see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't know those type of things, and see, that's what I'm saying. Even Suge, remember now with Suge, he was catching all those charges at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I think like you said, I think if he had never caught that little murder charge, he probably would have been all right anyway. But that's what I think will fucked him up. But then again, I want to know that, if Reggie is still cool with Suge, how is he able to like you said, keep a relationship with Wack?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Snakes and
none of that.
feathers flock together.
Yeah,
Look at
could
slither
be.
on their bellies.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My boy Neighborhood in the building. Salute Neighborhood.
Salute neighborhood. Salute neighborhood.
Yo. Well,
So you said you got the video? I know we was building just then.
Yeah, hold up. The video Trey did where he airs our Snoop. Or the video with hold up. Hold on, I got it right here.
Everybody coming in the chat, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel.
I'm about to put the video right now. This fair use.
What's it?
Yeah, it's fair use, y'all. Fair use, fair use. Chi-Town Queen, salute.
Salute.
Magnificent Mecca, salute. Peace, Queen. Peace. I spoke to you
All
earlier.
right, here we go. Reggie Wright Jr. Happy to have you on the platform, my man.
Yeah, glad to finally be on your platform, on your live camera. And, well, not live, but on your camera. And my first live interview
like
since being released from the hospital.
Yeah, man. How you feeling, my man?
I got a long way to go. Still got some therapy to do to get my strength back in my legs and arms. But I'm about 50 to 60% there.
For the people that don't know, you had COVID, right?
Yeah, I contracted COVID in the halfway house after being released from prison. Well, I was diagnosed with it. Well, I was hospitalized December the 9th. I think I had it around December the 5th as a rehab center. And I was seeing Tom Brady throwing the 2001. And so I laid up from December 9th till July 28th. Just heard it recently. And, Nas is a very good lyricist. Of course, some of the things I disagree with him about the Big Stretch incident where he said Big Stretch didn't have anything to do with Tupac being setting up. I'm not saying it's true or not.
Here we go.
Just heard it recently. And, Nas is a very good lyricist. Of course, some of the things I disagree with him about the Big Stretch incident where he said Big Stretch didn't have anything to do with Tupac being setting up. I'm not saying it's true or not. But that's what Pac felt. I'm the one to also say I believe it's a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence that Stretch got killed on the anniversary of the incident that happened at the Quad Studio when Tupac got shot. I really believe that Big Stretch was killed for having something to do with the robbery incident, or Pac feeling that he had something to do with that.
Why you feel like that?
I just feel that happened.
Give me a detailed account of what happened in New York between Tupac and Nas. Take me through that entire weekend leading up to that incident in Bryant Park.
Okay. Well, Suge and I was off somewhere else. Tupac was walking through the park with a bunch of our street team guys. and a bunch of the Outlaws people, because you know the Outlaws, mainly my boy Mutau, they were deep, and him and Fatal had big connections in New Jersey. Maybe all of them. I don't know, you know, the history, but I know they had a bunch of dudes from New Jersey with them, and they were deep. And we had a bunch of Death Row East guys in T-shirts with Death Row East on it, and with the signs, the Death Row East, because you know they were starting a label out there for Eric B. and was going to run, and this guy named Big D. They were going to kind of run the label out there to get Death Row East, because the main thing that Tupac caught a lot of heat for about was the Hit 'Em Up song, where the East Coast pretty much took it like he was mad at the whole East Coast. He was only mad, and he kind of tell you on the song, motherfuckers that had an opinion, and he named the ones that he had issues with. But so that was their way, Hammer and Eric B. and Big D influenced to you know, say, hey, y'all need to do something for the East, so you know y'all can so the East can embrace y'all more, because right now the East Coast is mad, thinking Pac is hating on the whole East Coast, which he wasn't. That wasn't his intent. So the war show was right next to the park. So after, you know, we left the park. I mean, left the war show.
Now, did y'all just hear what he said earlier about Tupac having something to do with Big Stretch getting killed?
Mm-hmm. That shit crazy.
Now, why would you say something like that if you don't even know for a fact that it happened? And now you say you know what happened, but you don't want to talk about it. But then he said, after Big Stretch got killed in one interview, when Big Stretch got killed, they said the day Big Stretch got killed, one of the homies came back from East Coast, and they were celebrating him, gave him gold chain, get him drunk and smoking weed, you know what I'm saying, give him money and shit like that.
Right.
So you blowing that shit, you saying that shit, so you trying to make it seem like Tupac has something to do with it. Well, I don't believe Tupac had nothing to do with it, because Stretch was too big on the East Coast. He was too big at Queens for a gang nigga or a regular rap nigga, whatever, to get to him like that. He had a lot of crew around him. That was some East Coast. Then now we come to find out the guy who killed Stretch is the same guy that killed Jam Master Jay.
Oh, the guy, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. The one that used to always take them on his, I think it was his Facebook or Instagram. He used to take the memorabilia pictures of Jam Master Jay.
Yeah, not him, but the older guy, not the young boy, the older one.
Okay, I got you.
The guy that grew up, the guy lived in the house with Jam Master Jay. He locked up, and I forgot the dude's name.
Huh? Yeah, I didn't know that. What he locked up for?
He locked up for killing Jam Master Jay, and now they just put the Big Stretch murder on him.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yep. And I was surprised, and then he up here making shit up. Why you gonna meet up on Art of Dialogue? Salute to the Art of Dialogue. This is fair use, no copyright intended.
Yeah, salute to Art of Dialogue.
Yo, so why you gonna be the Art of Dialogue, a big podcast like this, saying shit that's not true?
So so you think that's what he was led to believe, or like somebody told? Was he there? I guess that's the question. Like maybe he's talking like
he wasn't. He just said he wasn't there. He said him and Suge was all the way on the other side of the park. So they don't know what happened.
I know that, but I'm saying like somebody was there that gave him an insight. You see what I'm saying? Maybe they lied to him because he was the police and told him a different story. Now I'm just saying, I'm just looking at it from both sides.
I'm looking for both sides too. This nigga's a liar. I don't. You can't, man. It's no way other way you can chop
it. King said, "Fuck that. He's just a liar."
He's a liar. How many times did I caught Reggie Wright lying in the interview?
The one before he went to jail when he was fat, when he was sweating in there. I remember that one.
Yeah. I remember. I seen that interview.
Remember that? He didn't want to talk about none of that shit.
Now he come home, right? He trying to get to a little bag. So what he gonna start doing? He gonna start making up extra stories.
Well, you know, he was mad at whatchamacallit because he felt like, if you notice, him and Mob James fell out because Mob James got exposed as being a confidential informant.
How? Supposedly, ain't no paperwork on Mob James.
The one nigga said that he came up there, but then again, I'm just going off because dude came on there again with that whole Wack. Wack brought all that shit up. He was the one that exposed Mob James at.
Yeah.
But they never did produce no paperwork saying that he was a confidential informant.
Not at all.
No, they didn't. All he did was, all Mob James did was, remember, he just fell back. He just stopped. Like, you don't see him as much. Remember, you see him all the time. Like, he don't do none of that shit. Is he even got the still? Is he still on that? What was that one? That gang related?
Yeah, he's still on that. He on that. He's still on that.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that.
And he be on Vlad all the time.
Yeah, I haven't seen him on Vlad, but I don't really watch Vlad as much anyway. You know?
He did like a 3-hour interview with Vlad a month or two ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Vlad is a culture vulture.
Yeah, I believe so too. But this nigga Reggie Wright, he worse than a culture vulture. This nigga's
he the police and a culture vulture. Like I said, he mad because he came out and didn't get no money because he was almost getting that money before he went in, because when he started that podcast, and then he get broke off.
What you said, neighborhood?
I'm trying to figure out what's his real role in all of this though.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something.
Because look, I was like this some real talk, bro. Like I met Suge like way before all of this. When he first started trying to do something, and he was messing. This one DOC first went to LA and messing with Trey and him. You know what I'm saying? I was still living in LA then, and he used to have my cousin used to mess with him and stuff, and he had some dudes from Texas up there, and he had him staying in the Sheraton by LAX, and my cousin was up there, and I went up there one time, and that's how I met him, and this a true story. My cousin, and they'll tell you, even DOC will tell you this shit, and what's his name? Special K. He'll tell you that they was all on Fila Fest crew. But look, that fool pulled a gun on me in that room. You know what I'm saying? Suge.
Damn.
And he pulled a pistol on me up in that room behind, you know what I'm saying? Just on some bullshit, right? Just talking shit, all this blood shit. I'm like, man, this nigga tripping. And I was active at the time, so I was like, man, this nigga here tripping. So when I left,
was you around any other Crips?
I was in the room by myself with my cousin them and them other people he had up there that he was trying to manage. And he had this little female up in there, and I had went downstairs and knocked her down. And we came back on my cousin like, man, you smell like sex. And this was some chick that Suge was messing with. So I had a penitent on. I'm up in there some dickies in a penitent. And he, you know what I'm saying? He went to tripping and shit, pulled a pistol. So I was like, dang, this fool, big old fool. I'm like, dang. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be back. Don't worry about it. And when I left out the room and stuff, he came out there trying to talk to him. I'm like, well, I'm cool. So the next time I had came up there, he had came in the room. I drew down on him. Like, yeah, man, you know what's happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, he was telling my cousin, man, get your relative. Nah, and then you talking all that shit. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So that went on. They went out there to start messing with L.A. Trey. And you know who the producer L.A. Trey is, right? So he was messing with him, and he got his house out there in Canoga Park. He had a house he had in Canoga Park where the pool house they had converted it to a studio. And they all went out there, and that's when DLC was staying over there in Canoga Park with Easy, and they was all over there. And that's, you know what I'm saying? And that was the last time I had seen him. And then I go to prison, right? And then so I'm in prison, I see him on the Source magazine. And I'm like, This the same fool that was trying to get into music. You know what I'm saying? This before Death Row. All this is way before Death Row. Just like 90. You know what I'm saying? And I had never even heard of him, know who he was, didn't know he played football. I didn't know nothing. I just thought he was a big ass blood nigga. Because that's how he was talking. But come to find out when I got locked up and I read all the articles, I was like tripping on that. And I was like, I was telling people like, man, I used to be around this fool and my cousin was messing with him. And you know, I don't know my cousin out in, you know what I'm saying, in the streets telling the story, like, yeah, my little cousin drew down on that fool right there, made him bag up. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't, that's why I was saying, like, all them dudes, when I heard them stories, I'm like, damn, where was they at then? Cause I didn't see none of them because he wasn't with no blood dudes then and all this stuff. And like I say, this is in the beginning stages, before he even met Dre, all that. Because he was messing with LA Dre. That's who he had. And then he had a dude that he was managing and he was messing with Shanice Williams too. I can't think of that little dude name. And he had another dude named Sean. That dude, that Lance dude that make the music, producing. He had him and that white boy, and he had him, and it was somebody else, man, and my cousin. Nate Fresh K was supposed to be with DOC, but somehow he ended up with Suge. I don't even know how that happened. So, but I ended up when I came back to Texas, and I was messing with Fresh K until I got locked up. So it was like that's a crazy ass time right there because, like I say, he didn't have nothing. He didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he knew all these people. You know what I'm saying? When I be coming around.
You didn't know your peoples knew all of them?
No, I didn't know Suge knew any of them people that he know. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was coming around him after the fact. Like, I didn't see none of them people then. The only person I seen him talking to all the time was L.A. Drake. That's who house he was renting out. That's where they took everybody over there to live at.
I wonder where the fuck Wack came in, and I'm still trying to figure out where does he fall in? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is 90 though that I'm talking about. So I don't see Suge onto sourcing like 96.
Yeah.
So that's like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, dang. So how the hell that happened? Like, cause I'm locked up. I don't see what's going on. So then I'm thinking like, dang, he blew up. But then when I heard all the other stuff that went along with him, I'm like, I didn't never see that. Like when he was around, I never seen none of that. So I was confused by what was going on. How did all of that story really transpire? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, being around all these bloods and they doing this and that, and he's saying that's how he started. But when I met him, I ain't gonna lie, he was saying he was a blood. You know what I'm saying? And everything, no lie. So but he wasn't around him.
He's playing blood then.
Yeah. And this is in 90. And he was saying, you know what I'm saying? This was in the summer of 90. So this before DLC had the wreck and everything. Because when I left LA after DLC had the wreck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, that's when he lost his voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that shit crazy.
Yo, she was one of the nastiest lyricists out the whole group.
He was.
Mm-hmm. He did most of that writing too.
Yo, him and Ice Cube did writing.
Mm-hmm. Him and Ice Cube pretty much wrote the whole Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was straight look. I thought he's supposed to be trying to do something. I heard he was doing something in Texas.
I don't know.
Something in Texas, I guess.
I ain't seen him in 2 years.
Yeah, I saw him on a live or something. He was on somebody's shit that I saw.
He just did a live with my little cousin, but last year, last summer, he wanted me to come. And it was at some expo they had in Dallas. And my little cousin did an interview with him on his podcast.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's tight.
Yeah. Because his daddy, like, you know what I'm saying, my cousin, you know what I'm saying, they still hang out.
Right.
Yeah. Like no cap. I got pictures with him and everything. I still be, that's what I'm saying. I ain't been over there When he pull up, I don't usually be pulling up, but shit, I ain't been over there in 2 years.
Right.
But I know him from way back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying? When they was on the radio station at 104 messing with Dr. Rock. That far back.
Oh yeah, that's throwback then.
Yeah.
Yo, like I said, but this guy Reggie Wright Jr., he was a cop back then.
Yeah.
But where was he? Who did he work for?
He worked for
LAPD or
LAPD.
Oh, okay.
He's from Compton.
Oh no, I wouldn't know. I was in South Central.
He lived on the same block as Suge Knight, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Say what now?
He lived on the same block as Suge Knight. You heard me?
Yeah, I hear you.
He lived on the same block as Suge Knight. His father was a captain or some shit like that, or chief. And he was already Compton Sheriff, worked for the Compton Sheriff Department, Lee Murray said.
See, that's why I said the nigga, man, all them niggas still. I just think that's why I said I don't understand how Wack claim, like Wack will tell you he done been to every jail in a short period of time. I don't know how many years he done been, but he ain't been years.
He went to jail when he said he went to jail when he was Yo. He was he said he was in jail. He got locked up when he was 14. That's what he first said, right?
Yeah, 14 or 16 or something. I don't understand. He said what he said he went to prison or some shit. When did he go to prison?
That nigga ain't the only way you get waived up to go to prison in any place is if you got a murder charge as a juvenile. He ain't had no murder charge.
Right. So where the fuck did he go to all these places? Like he claimed he got in there and then he got but he I thought he only did what 4 or 5 years?
I think he did it from when he was 16 to he was 21.
Neighborhood did what? Oh, 16 and 21.
That's YA.
YA, right?
Yeah, it's YA.
Uh-huh.
But what I'm telling you though, like neighborhood, you being out that way or you being locked up for those years, how is that possible? Like for you to be in LA, could he have been in so many different places?
What you mean, like I don't know where he went, like in the county?
I don't. He claimed he been. Didn't he say go to prison? Born.
He prison.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
He was in the pen.
He claimed he was in a pen and he was shipped everywhere.
Nah, I wouldn't know because the only thing I ever done out there was just county time. I done been into every county that's out there, from Central, from downtown Central to Biscayne, Merloma, or Wayside. I done been in all of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said,
they ain't putting you in no maximum security prison at 16 unless you murder somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what was his? I guess the question is, what was his charge for him to initially go to jail?
He never said. What he said was,
I always wanted to know that.
Huh?
I said that's one of the questions nobody's really asked him. He's always admitted of him going to jail, but maybe he might have said it. But I don't remember him saying I went to jail.
I know what this nigga said. I know this nigga lying because the nigga keeps saying, "Yeah, none of my co-defendants never. I took all the way for every time I got locked up. You only got locked up one time, nigga. He went to jail.
Who got his jail record?
It's a youth authority record. You can't.
Yeah. Can't
Yeah,
see.
and well, he claimed he put it on his Instagram or whatever. He put his actual what charge was and all the paperwork. But again, any nigga can take paperwork. I just don't understand how this nigga got that much access. I mean, don't get me wrong, but then you said he don't live in LA. So how is he able to get? So that's because most of the time, every nigga know. I know in VA, right there in Norfolk, nigga, that's where the feds at. They created the CSI from the Fed. The whole show CSI is based off and he's over there in Jersey, which everybody know that's what mostly where the feds at on the East Coast.
Yep.
Right.
Facts.
And think about it. I'm gonna jump something else. He even talked about the damn what blew my mind. He talked about the Sue Surf case. Like that blew my mind. Like, yeah, you know, with the whole Rico. I'm like, what the fuck is you
Nigga,
nigga
you never
like,
been in the feds. How you know about Rico?
huh?
He never been in the federal system. He never been in the federal system. How you know about Rico?
Right. But I saw the other day he was talking about Sue Surf Rico charge. And I was like, how is he going he talking about how it was going on over there in Jersey? And I was like, my nigga, how would you know what Jersey law is? Because that's Commonwealth, ain't it? Like VA, right?
No, Jersey ain't Commonwealth.
Or it's not? Oh, okay. Because I know that's the reason why I got that. That's the reason why I ain't moved back to VA. Fuck that Commonwealth shit. They can have that Commonwealth shit.
Yeah. Commonwealth too, nigga.
Huh?
VA Commonwealth too.
I know. That's why I didn't move back to VA this time. I'm like, fuck that, dog. They Commonwealth shit. I got that one time back in '04 when I got hit. I was going through Kentucky, dog. That shit was Commonwealth. I don't fuck with no common. You being judged by your peers, and your peers, most of them are poor, and they ain't picking them. They got the white folks as your peers. Whatever your age. No, I don't fuck with Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Nah, man, they don't give you no choice. You know, any other place you can fight shit. If you get caught with anything, dog, you get judged by your peers. That is the A. That's why motherfuckers like in VA, my people's in VA, they go to jail, the feds to get you quick, cause shit, you get judged by the Commonwealth, nigga. We all know how they work on the East Coast, nigga. You going to jail. That's why the gun laws are so fucked up. It's to lock niggas up. It ain't to lock no white boys up.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's why I don't fuck with Commonwealth. Commonwealth, that shit like to me is like goddamn what they call that shit? What we used to watch, the Andy Griffith show. That shit reminds me.
Mayberry.
Mayberry, yeah, like going through Mayberry. You know that you go through Carolina or Roanoke, Virginia, and places like that on the back.
I lived in Roanoke, Virginia. I know.
You already know, nigga. You go down the highway, them motherfuckers will look you in the eye. You make eye contact, they'll turn around.
Pull you over.
Pull your ass. You make eye contact. They see you on the highway. You know that, don't you, boy? They be right there in them cuts.
Yeah.
They see your ass. You make eye contact. Don't hit your brakes. Don't do nothing. I hated being in VA, man. And that's how they get a lot of niggas, man.
A lot of niggas. Before I even moved to VA, I should go drive to North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as I hit VA, I'm like, damn. You know how they got in VA or on the highway? They go from 55 to 65 to 80,
yeah.
and then everybody all the way back down to 55.
And you don't even know, and they don't even show you when the damn shit go down low. You gotta watch that shit.
Yep.
They hit you every time, motherfucker. The next thing you see is radar being detected. State trooper radar. The motherfuckers come out of nowhere.
Shit, I hate that.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, he'll take VA, Carolina, VA, Pennsylvania, DC, Maryland. Man, you go up that, man, because see, that's what niggas, you know, they push that dog food. Oh, they fuck around, dog. They come, man, they see, I'm telling you, state troopers, they make eye contact with you. They're going to put, you be riding, you be like, damn, you look over, you like, oh shit, they saw me. They got you. Am I lying, boy? That shit is for real. Yeah. Or you go through them little towns where that damn road, that speed go from 55 to 45.
I just see it. I be going through them towns. The speed limit be 65, and then you'll turn the curve, and that won't be all the way down to 45.
45.
You be like, dang, you be like to break down fast. Like, what the heck? I just seen a bunch of them.
Yeah, go through these little backwood little towns and shit. Go through the towns. You got to go slow. It ain't but one goddamn gas station, but the police sitting right there waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I came through one of them last week, and it was at night, right? And
Yeah,
you know, I'm thinking, shoot, it's like 2 in the morning, ain't nobody out, and the speed limit dropped all the way down to 35. So I'm thinking, like, shoot, ain't nobody out. I'm gonna go and push on through, right?
right.
I come through the law sitting in the dark, and when he see me, I'm rolling. I think I was doing about 55. And you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, that's pretty fast for the truck to be coming through 35. Man, he hit his lights. Boom, 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 boom. Like, let me know. I'm over here. You better slow down. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm like, what? I'm like, what the heck? Like, why? I'm like wondering myself, why did he turn his lights on? You know what I'm saying?
right.
It didn't move. But when I seen him bump on my turn, I slowed down because I was like, damn, this fool finna get me. And I went on through. I was like, man, he was in the cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, man, you over here
but see,
clocking at 2 o'clock in the morning,
right,
trying
but
to
we
catch
call that.
somebody?
But no, we call that over there on the East. We call that like a good cop, because really he was telling you to slow that shit down, because he
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
really want to fuck with you. He
He
didn't really
want to write
want to
no
fuck.
tickets. He want to write
Nah,
no tickets.
nope. He just wanted to chill. He probably was asleep when this shit went off and was like, "Fuck, let me hit my
Yeah.
license." Yeah, because that's a good cop. That asshole would have had nothing to do. Wide up on coffee or some shit, mad at his old lady, would have pulled your ass over, nigga, on one of them 35 miles an hour road. That shit, damn.
Boy, I'd have had a nice ticket too. That boy probably would have been about $2,000.
Yeah, and you in a truck, but you had a load too, a full load.
Yeah, I had a load. I was like, damn. I thought he had me.
Yeah, you
Especially the
understand.
way I was creeping. Every time the speed went down, I was under that shit. I was like, hell no.
What he did was what? Go ahead. What you say,
Now,
King?
I said he thought he had him too.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what he did? He followed him out of town. Told him, "Go on, keep going, boy. Get your ass up out of my town, because I really don't want to fuck." Because he already know he would have.
I was coming to Virginia. I had just came into Virginia.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was a good
You
one.
got lucky. He was a good one.
Yeah, he was
I was
good.
going. I
No,
was on my way to Hope, Pennsylvania.
oh
Oh,
yeah.
Hope Pennsylvania.
Oh
Hope
fuck.
Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, boy. If anything, you should have been glad. That shit. You put some church music on after that shit, boy.
Hey, I
Hey,
was up. Hey, I was up the rest of the night, boy, looking like a mug.
yeah, boy. That was a sign right there. Nigga, slow miles all the way. Them roads, going that way. You drive them during the daytime, and you still got to be careful. But at nighttime, yeah, he ain't want to fuck with you, man.
See, I did that. I'm gonna tell you what I be doing. Like in states like that, like
Uh-huh.
Virginia, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, North Carolina,
Hmm.
Kentucky, a little bit like Indiana. Man, like I try to go through them states at night when the scales close.
Oh yeah,
Cause I
yeah.
know if you start driving through them states after 10 o'clock, like round if you just start coming through around about 9 and just drive to about 5 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? You good because pretty much all the troopers they tucked in somewhere. They not out. They not out on that interstate sweat nothing. And then all the scales is closed.
See,
So
back
when you come
back
through
in
those
the
small
'90s,
towns
back
like
in
that,
the
it really
'90s,
don't beat nobody out.
back in the '90s, you'd have been the boy. You'd have been a champ back in the '90s, boy. Shit, you like to get on the road between that time, go through the highways at nighttime. We'll be waiting on you first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, wake up like, yep, he coming. He on his way.
Yeah. See, that's the way to
No
avoid
bullshit.
them scales, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because coming through there, especially like in South Carolina, stuff like that, man, Virginia, man, New York, oh man, I hate New York. They they be tripping at them scales. They really be
Mhm.
playing games with them scales and trying to nab somebody. So I try to go through them at night when they close. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like New Mexico bad for that. Like they don't close their scales at night. They ain't trying to hear that. They trying to get that bread up out of you. So if you don't have no permit to ride on their highway, we pull that on over here and let's get that little $35 up out of you before you leave here.
So you'll get a fine. And so basically they just play to hit you. So you got to pay that fine if it's $100, $200. That should come out your pocket right there.
Yeah, that's how it is in New Mexico. They want that $35. Like if you bring your truck through there and you don't have a permit to come through the state of New Mexico, man, you got
go to the
they
state.
go. Yeah, to ride on their highways, you got to have a permit.
Wow.
So if you don't have one, if you ain't registered with the state and you bought a permit for like a year or something, say like I don't have one. Like I'd have been through that when I was working with this other company. They never had one. So every time I came through the scale, as soon as I crossed the state line, and that scale is like 5 miles in. So you get there, pull over. Coming out, you don't have a permit. Got to buy that boy right there on the spot, $35 out my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I got to pay for that, and it only lasts for 5 days. So I got 5 days to go wherever I'm going, and come back through New Mexico and get on. If not, I'm gonna pay that 35 again. They charge the driver. They charge an Arizona charge, and not Pennsylvania, New York charge. They charge too. New York run level 1 inspections. Like New York, when you come through, they scale. They don't even have scales. They got a truck inspection. All they is a truck inspection. So they had like 8 or 9 troopers sitting out there. And then when the trucks come through, they just point at them and tell you to pull over. And they run a level 1 inspection. So I told them, don't never send me up there again. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Because one time I think the fool had pointed at me, and I thought I don't know what he was pointing at. I kept going, but he didn't come out because another truck the truck behind me pulled in. So I thinking like, shit, I guess he was messing with him. I kept going, but come to find out they was messing with me, and another trooper, they called ahead and jammed me up, tried to jam me up. But what I did, that I didn't do it on purpose. Because I just wanted to pull over. I had pulled over at this little truck stop, and I seen him going by, and he had Double B come back looking for me. And I'm like, he pulled in the line. I was like, man, what, you just went to that scale? And I was like, You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, you sure? I'm like, I'm positive. I've been sitting right here. So that fool like, man, I'm gonna run the level 1 inspection. So I was like, all right. And I was doing a paper log. I have electronic log, so he was tripping about that. So I was like, bro, I got this paper log. I had cheated the log on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, got away. Like, man, and not what me, buddy.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna come out and say, yeah, you gotta pay right on the motherfucking spot.
They was gonna make me come back. It didn't do.
You know what's fucked up about that truck driver shit from out of state or across the states? They over to them loads sometimes. One time you be driving that low and they pull you over, do that search, and have them dogs and shit. They smell some shit. Then you gonna get stuck wearing that shit.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if somebody load on your shit and they pull you over, it's your fault. That's crazy. I ain't know that shit.
Yeah. Like if I go get a preloaded trailer and they stop me and they put the dog on it, whatever they find in there is mine. Even if they see the bill of lading and say that it was already sealed up, and I didn't seal it, it was already sealed when I got it. Don't matter, still mine.
Right.
That's crazy.
They had to wait till you'll go to jail on the spot, but they had to run that whole investigation, find out who loaded that trailer. Man, you'll be sitting in jail probably about a couple of weeks before they let you out.
Sure.
Until they clear it. But you're gonna go to jail on the spot. I just seen them do it on the border of New Mexico, coming out of El Paso when you coming into Texas. Yeah. Man, you know they got that X-ray machine right there. I seen them run that X-ray machine on the truck.
How often does that happen, though? You
know, the times I done came to that in the last 3 years, I done seen it twice.
Wow.
They put the dogs on everything.
I remember this guy I was locked up with the feds. He had robbed the shipment. He was robbing low shipments. He's Mexican. He's Mexican and Puerto Rican guy. He's robbing shipments, yo. He knew what was in the shipments. Like he'd get him, and he'd have his boy rob the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
They might have like 100 keys or something in there, money, all that shit. And he'd get it every now and then. Well, he got caught. He got caught with somebody else's drugs. That wasn't even his drugs. They could tell by the stamp who he stole the drugs from. This guy wanted him telling on. He wanted him telling on. This nigga had so much money. He had planes and he had trucks, yo.
Dang.
That's how he was shipping it, yo. Get this shit shipped. And he was robbing the cartel.
Dude, that's
Yeah, once they mark you, they send a little small army after you. That's crazy.
I'm cool. Screw that.
Right.
I take my little paycheck. I'm straight.
I found my people's working at FedEx, right? And he was like, yo, I got something for you, yo. I'm like, what you got for me, bro? The nigga had found it was a Kia Coke jewelry and some money in a fucking FedEx box, yo.
Damn.
He gave me the Coke years ago. Niggas be robbing them loads, man. On FedEx, the regular.
Yeah, I saw a guy that just busted. I don't know if you saw that. That FedEx guy that stole all them damn shoes.
A word?
Yeah. See anything good? I was gonna bring that shit up tonight, but yeah, see if you can pull it up. FedEx guy caught for busted for stealing shoes. They watched his ass and put up a surveillance because they was wondering where all the shoes was being, But I think he was going to pick up a load at Foot Locker or some shit.
Yo, my guys, I'm finna go lay it down. I gotta get up at 4 o'clock.
All right.
I gotta push on. Drop a load. Already, I'm gonna keep with you, bro.
You already know.
King, I'm gonna be tapping in.
You already know, man. I'm gonna set it up tomorrow too.
All right. That's the bet. All right, salute.
Salute, man.
Yeah, I see y'all went live on the plug show. That's what's up.
Yeah, salute to you too, man. Because I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Appreciate it.
You already know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up right now. Fast guy still in schools.
So what was the topic over there? I didn't stay in too long.
The topic over there was more of a.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It was a black guy.
Oh, the black guy one? Hold up.
Yeah, the black guy one. Yeah, pull that one. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's a black guy. He got like glasses on. He's stealing shoes from FedEx.
Well, the Fed's gonna catch you.
We can save money if we switch to long-lasting full cell batteries. Then we won't have to pay for a full-time battery changer.
Back up. We pay for a full-time battery changer?
We do, ma'am.
The shoe inventory at a Foot Locker store in East Point has been hurt, but this time it's not a supply chain issue. Police say the product made it onto the delivery truck, but it wasn't delivered. Victor Williams live with the story. And Victor, a FedEx employee now facing charges.
Fair use.
Oh, yeah, that is right, Sandra. And it did not take long for investigators along with FedEx and Foot Locker to connect all the dots.
why would you mess up your career? You knew you was gonna get caught. I really don't get it.
FedEx employee Morris Jones is being charged with embezzlement along with receiving and concealing stolen property in connection to the interception of nearly $100,000 worth of merchandise from Foot Locker.
And it was quite a bit of inventory.
East Point PD Detective Robert Kinningsman says instead of dropping off a big shipment to Foot Locker, Jones instead kept everything for himself, even selling some of it. After frequent late and missing deliveries, both FedEx and Foot Locker knew something wasn't right, and that's when they got the East Point police involved.
Executed a search warrant, recovered a lot of Foot Locker's property.
And as of now, it doesn't look like he was alone.
He just took the shoes.
Woman may have been helping him in some way the whole time.
There's a potential accomplice that was identified as well, so we'll be seeking a warrant through the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office.
Dumb.
Today in 38th District Court, Jones sent before a judge for the first time, where he was given a $25,000 personal bond with a GPS tether. The case remains under investigation.
Well, we're digging in a little deeper to see how far it went, how far back this was going, and there's some property that probably won't be recovered, unfortunately.
It's a shame.
And police say that at least Jones.
Yo, how retarded you gotta be to do
Victor
that?
Williams.
All right, thank you.
Boy.
Yeah.
How retarded you gotta be? Come on.
Tell you, man. Real talk.
Yo,
he did that. He just
yo,
took
you should just act like somebody hijacked your truck.
No.
He just took it. He just
said, he was working there. He was just hitting their ass, and then he was reselling.
Bro,
he was selling some of it.
This guy, they went to his house. He had all the inventory in his house.
All the inventory there. Like, damn, bro, he got so comfortable with that shit.
He probably was doing this shit for years.
Yeah.
God. He had a whole Foot Locker in his crib.
His problem was he got too big stealing. He was just getting bigger and bigger and stealing. He was supplying the whole. Imagine the nigga. Man, he was supplying the whole hood, my nigga. Like, you go to this crib, man, you go to this crib and get any pair of throwback you want to think of.
Hey, yo, he probably was selling to them hood sneaker stores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially think about the niggas in the hood that already knew he was.
All these sneakers, all of a sudden, these sneakers.
The niggas that knew he was weak, they probably was getting deals. They probably was like, nigga, give me that shit, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Give me a good deal on. He probably was giving super. Any drop came out.
Let's watch this with Trey airs out Snoop Dogg real quick.
All right, man.
Yo, this guy, man.
Yeah, there was rivals on the
No,
street.
he was signed to Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
I know, but in the street there was they sets in they used to bang against each other allegedly. I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
Snoop Dogg's rolling 20s and Trey Dee's insane, I think.
Yeah, hold on. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm trying to keep this big ass photo tucked in, man. Yeah, look forward to that. Okay, gonna fly some for the MGTV. Come on now, it's real.
Amtrak Keystone Service offers multiple daily departures to New York, Philly, Lancaster, and Harrisburg. Relax in spacious seating with no middle seats and free Wi-Fi. Your next trip is just an Amtrak away. Book now.
That's the real shit. They know Big Trey, he stay heavy every time. That's the real Trey. That's the real Chitty. Just got out the county. That's right. And ready to touch down. Ain't out here slipping.
What's up with y'all? It's Top Media TV coming back at y'all with another video. Make sure y'all don't forget to like and subscribe.
Fair
Hit
use.
the notification bell. Make sure y'all don't forget to drop a comment below, y'all. So Trey Dee, in his own words, wasn't trying to get caught slipping, so he had to go sit down and do the 10 years in an old prison interview that Trey Dee did with about 10, 11 years ago. He's going to explain what happened and why he had to go do the 10 years in prison.
personally, I never knew exactly what happened. Didn't do no research or nothing. But from what I remember, I think it was something like you was driving, you seen a homie throw up a set, you did a Yui, came back and let him know what you was claiming in whatever way you did.
Oh shit!
But what happened, man? What happened that got you in there? If you could speak on it.
Yeah, I can speak on it because, you know, I didn't already got the time and the time, and you know what it was. I was going to see my little homegirl Legacy get sentenced on this particular day, and I had left the house kind of early, and you know, so I really didn't have the gear, you know, the necessary gear to be pulling up in no federal court. You know, I was kind of like in a bustling mode, man. I was gonna go work out, so I said, let me go grab me some khakis or something, man, and a little t-shirt or something, man, fall up in this court building, and I slid down by the spot in Long Beach.
Yeah, you got to take me off for the other.
And so when I was leaving, you know, a couple of young cats that slid up, and you know, they threw a little setup and whatever, what have you, and you know, a little tension, you know, filled the air. And being that I was already into it with a couple of cats out there in Long Beach, I really wasn't sure who these dudes was, but I was sure that I had seen them from somewhere before, and they wasn't none of my people. So, you know, they playing these stop and go games, so I just sent something at them and sent them on their way. And when I did that, they ran straight to the police and told them it was me.
Trey Deee would also explain his tensions with Snoop Dogg and Goldie Loc, being that they never helped him. He also explains Snoop Dogg not helping him or sending him nothing, being that there was a contractual dispute where they sold a lot of records on the east side of the album, but they never got paid, which really is why Trey Deee ended up shooting at Snoop Dogg as well.
You know, I'd seen the homie Snoop send out something, you know, said a big happy birthday to you, you know what I'm saying? Posted a pic of you in there, you know what I'm saying? See, you still got the braids on dick, you feel me? So taking care of the homie like you was supposed to be taken care of?
No, well, you know, it was, you know, when I left, you know, it was a little tension between us behind the contractual dispute. Me and homie Goldie wasn't really afforded our percentage, and I say homie like in the sense that, you know, he was my homie at the time, but, you know, we in negotiations right now to do something, but he even fell off on me. So, you know, ain't nobody really stepped up to the plate, man, and really rolled this out with me from my camp, man, except Superfly, you know, and besides him, you know, the homie Exhibit, you know, he been consistent with me, but I'm not saying that like I expect no man to be at me and stand by my side, you know, to top to bottom, you know, through this whole struggle, but, you know, at least check in every now and then, man, make sure the brother's doing all right, man, you know, check on my kids, you know, we supposed to have this big old amount of love for one another, and, you know, whenever it was something on the line that needed some family, you know, everybody was quick to come get me to get on the front line, but now, you know, it's out of sight, out of mind, so, you know, I respect it in the fact that it's human nature, but I don't respect it in the fact, you know, when you talk about how much love you got for me, and you know how much homies we is, and you know how we pushing the same, you know, clique and organization and all that, and you know you can't even follow through on nothing that we set in stone back when we was out there pushing on the bricks. I'm not with that. I can't respect that. So, you know, I'm kind of cool on all the dudes, man.
Already. That's definitely
So that was Trey Deee in an old prison interview that came out in 2012 or 11, I believe, saying.
All right. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Y'all think that Snoop owed this man anything?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think he. Yeah, I mean, I think I watched Trey Deee. One of the things about Trey Deee is that, you know what I'm saying, he helped Snoop solidify who he was. You feel what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't for Trey Deee and doing the, you know what I'm saying, 213 and representing that Crip, that Long Beach Crippin'.
No, 213 was Nate Dogg and Warren G. Trey
Right,
D was
but I'm saying that the actual 213, the Long Beach, the Crippin', the whole Crip thing, the Long Beach Crip, like he helped solidify Snoop, because people don't realize like Snoop really wasn't, he didn't get put on per se like the Trey Dees and all.
That was their group.
The group was the East Siders, but 213 is the actual neighborhood. Yeah, it's the neighborhood. The Long Beach Crippin'. So again, Trey Deee actually put that nigga in the forefront and, you know, solidify like Trey Deee is, you know, he an OG in the whole thing. So I just think, he owe him a lot, dog. I think he do.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
But after the nigga shoot at me, I ain't getting that nigga shit. I don't give a fuck if you go to jail or not, nigga. You dead. You dead, nigga. You gonna shoot at me over a contract dispute. You know what I'm saying? Do you think I'm supposed to do something while I go to jail? You go to jail? Fuck out of here.
No, I see what you saying, but what I'm saying is we gotta think too, boy. Why, if that's your nigga, right? If you my nigga, it should never get to that point, right? Like it should never get to a point like you said, nigga, you gonna shoot at me, fuck you. You absolutely right at that point. But if y'all niggas, it should have never even got to that point. Because if it's about a contract dispute, my nigga, just take the nigga out the contract. You see what I'm saying? I mean, like, you right about that. Like, you ain't my nigga no more if you shoot at me. Like, I tell anybody, you can't be my homeboy if you shoot at me. You can't care about me if you shoot at me, nigga. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck how mad you is. At that point, there's something about what I did to you that is unforgiving, right? So you shot at me, but what I'm saying is, imagine how many times nigga probably say, yo, man, take me out the fucking contract. And the nigga ain't like, why are you holding them in the contract? That's the question. Like, why the fuck is he still on the contract if that's all he wants? He probably, you know what I'm saying? He probably, like, if I tell you, nigga, I want out my contract, I ain't saying I'm out because, nigga, you doing me good. I'm saying because you fucking with me.
Yeah, that's a fact, boy.
I mean, it can go both ways, but I'm just looking at it from, you know what I'm saying, from that point of view, like, God damn, man, nigga, like, take me out of the motherfucker.
I think Snoop was doing some bad business and, you know, nigga felt disrespected, so.
Yeah.
Which could be taken lightly.
I guess Snoop learned from Suge Knight or Master P.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true though. How to get over, not necessarily get over, but nigga, hey, come in there as a businessman.
Because I heard Trey Deee pulled out a strap on Suge Knight too.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that.
So Trey Deee don't be playing about his money, so you know.
You know, I can believe Trey Deee did some shit like that.
But y'all, it's 1:30 in the a.m. I'm gonna try to do a show tomorrow morning sometime.
Okay, cool.
Yo,
I appreciate you too, King.
No doubt, bro. Mac Mizzle, salute. Cross, aka The Plug. Check his channel out. Check Mac Mizzle channel out. You know what I'm saying?
Already, yes.
Man.
Salute to you, King.
Peace.
Peace.